Good evening. Just wait for a moment to everyone to take their seats. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Denise Spellman, and I am the Director of New London Adult and Continuing Education. As we begin the ceremony, I ask you to please silence your cell phones. Please stand for the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance. I would like to introduce and invite up to the podium Sergeant Major Frank May, one of our teachers, to lead us. Please join Frank in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Thank you, Frank. Would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Everyone can please be seated. I would like to welcome everyone to the first annual citizenship ceremony of New London Adult and Continuing Education. We are so happy to see you all to celebrate and honor our newly naturalized citizens of the United States of America. It is my distinct honor to welcome our new citizens, Superintendent Cynthia Ritchie, Board of Education President Elaine Maynard Adams, Board of Education member Bianca Alexis, our consultant at the State Department of Education, Susan Casaba, State Representative Kathleen McCarty, City Council President Efrain Dominguez, Councilor Akil Peck, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services Field Representative in Boston, John McCarthy, Co-President of the League of Women Voters of Southeastern Connecticut, Dr. Kimberly Blake, and the Immigration Advocacy and Support Center Representative, Angela Flores Pena, family and friends, teachers and staff. I would like to begin with a quote from John F. Kennedy, as you see on the screen. Everywhere immigrants have enriched and strengthened the fabric of American life. Tonight, we celebrate 25 newly naturalized citizens of the United States of America who have come to us from 7 countries and 5 continents, from ages 79 to 19. You should be proud of the hours of studying and practice you invested in your own success and outstanding achievement. Congratulations. I am also proud to welcome to the front members of our adult education staff who have also naturalized. I ask each of them to come to the front and share their date of naturalization.
Hello, my name is Judy Telemack. I am from Antigua. I became a U.S. citizen in 2005.
Hello, my name is Cesar Yontop. I'm from Peru. I became a U.S. citizen in 2006.
Hi, my name is Claudia Skipper. I'm from Peru, and I became a U.S. citizen in 2010.
Hello, my name is Chris Aguilar. I was born in Peru. I became a citizen in 2012.
Hello, my name is Maria Sanchez Fiestas. I am from Peru. I am citizen in 2014.
Hello, my name is Emi Wangal Espinosa. I'm from Peru. I became a citizen in 2021. Thank you.
Thank you all. Our program tonight, we will weave in civics and history questions and answers throughout the evening. The honorees all know the answers. I ask the audience, will you? So let's begin. Our first question is, who is one of your state's U.S. senators now? Okay, I heard it. Go ahead, next slide, please. There you go. Someone got it right. Hooray. Senator Richard Blumenthal. And now I would like to share a very special greeting from Senator Blumenthal.
Hi, I'm Richard Blumenthal, your United States Senator. Really proud and excited to congratulate and thank you for becoming a United States citizen. You all know who I am because you have taken a course in citizenship through the New London Adult and Continuing Education program. And I want to really thank Denise Spellman and all of the great folks at this program for enabling more people to become U.S. citizens, but also to express my gratitude to every one of you for becoming a citizen. You know, my dad came to this country in 1935. He was 17 years old. He came alone. He had not much more than the shirt on his back. He spoke virtually no English. He knew no one. And this great country gave him a chance to succeed. We are a nation of immigrants. We are the greatest nation in the world because of people like you who come here seeking freedom and opportunity and who give back. Give back to this great country in your energy, your intelligence, and your ambition to improve yourself. I know that you will give back, every one of you. And our country is great because of our diversity, and you will increase and enhance that diversity. I apologize that I can't be with you on this occasion. I can't see you, but I know you look like America, and you are the future of America. Thank you, and really enjoy this great occasion.
To continue to our next question, under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? Next slide, please. So there's many. The one I want to focus on tonight is provide schooling and education. So with that question, at this time, I'd like to introduce Cynthia Ritchie, New London's Superintendent of Schools.
Thank you so much, Denise, and congratulations to all of the graduates and all of the families and friends and faculty that are here. It is such an honor to compliment you and thank you for the inspiration that you've already given all of us. Your journey, I'm sure, was not easy. Just looking at those test questions, I think all of us are sometimes thinking, oh boy, we may have to take this course again ourselves. But your next chapter is what's most exciting, and I hope as a passionate educator you never forget the opportunities to continue to learn. And learning occurs everywhere, not just in a classroom. Continue to surround yourself from people that make you shine and make you find your personal best, and then never doubt that talent that you have deep inside you and use it and inspire people to make a difference in the world. And I can't wait to see what you're going to do next. Congratulations, and keep the positive energy flowing. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent Ritchie. Before I introduce our next guest, let's look at our next question. Name one right only for United States citizens. Okay, next slide, please. Vote in a federal election or run for federal office. At this time, I'd like to introduce John McCarthy, a field representative in Boston from the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services.
Thank you very much. My job is actually as a community relations officer for United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. So what they do is they send me out of the office to do presentations on Zoom or other types of services or applications to provide information to people who wish to obtain immigration benefits here in the United States. So that's what I do for a living. And I thoroughly enjoy my job. I love coming out to these types of situations, to ceremonies where people are becoming citizens of the United States. And in truth, every single person who works for USCIS, if you were to ask any of them, what is the most enjoyable part of your job, they will tell you it's attending naturalization ceremonies when people are becoming citizens of the United States. Now, the group of people that we're here to celebrate tonight have come over a number of years to obtain naturalization. And it's a very difficult process when you think about it. People coming from outside of the United States, from a country who do not speak the English language. So they're coming with their home country's language to the United States. They arrive here in the United States, and now you're going through all of the steps to become a citizen of the United States. Maybe people are coming here to work in the United States. Maybe then they come and they apply for for temporary protected status here in the United States because something's going wrong in their home country and they need some type of protection. After that, they apply for work. An employer decides if they're going to petition for the individual to see if that person can stay a little bit more time here in the United States, and the person then becomes a permanent resident of the United States. Or a family member who is a citizen or a permanent resident of the United States applies or petitions for a family relative to come here to the United States. It's the same set of circumstances. You're coming from one culture, coming into an entirely different culture that you don't understand, and perhaps not understanding the language when you arrive here. So what happens? People cluster together. They find communities where people speak the same language and they can get by day to day, and they know a little bit more about the culture of the local community. And sometimes that works against people who want to become citizens and move forward in the United States, because it's more difficult then to practice the English language and to learn the English language, and most important, to have confidence when you come into a naturalization interview that you're going to be able to do well and understand the English and be able to answer the questions that are asked of you. It's a very difficult circumstance to be in. I challenge anyone born here in the United States to do the reverse end of that and go to another country and try to do that yourself. The obstacles in front of you are enormous. That's not to say that we don't acknowledge that. In the United States, in most areas in the United States, there are resources that are provided to assist immigrants to come to the United States to integrate into our society. The first act that President Joe Biden did when he became President of the United States in 2020, on January 20th of that year, was issue a number of executive orders. One of the executive orders that he issued that day was an all-of-government approach to support naturalization in the United States. He wanted each of the government agencies throughout the United States to work together to outreach to communities that may have permanent residents who have been in the United States beyond the time that they need to be here in order to be eligible to apply, but for one reason or another have not applied for naturalization. Two of the main reasons, we think, or at least I think, are the cost that you need to provide to apply for naturalization and the language barrier. With the language barrier, there is help. You have educational systems that provide English as a second language courses for you. You have libraries throughout the United States that would probably, if they're not already doing it, would be willing to start up an English conversation group so that you would be able to come into the library maybe once or twice a week and sit down with a group of people and practice the English language so that you build confidence in preparation for becoming a naturalized citizen if you wish to become one. The second thing is that there are programs, citizenship programs, that are provided throughout the United States, most of them linked in some way to the local education system, but those citizenship programs will bring you through the process of naturalization. And I may be dating myself here, but what's going on today with the asking of the questions from the civics test, Jay Leno, a late-night comedian here in the United States, used those questions on the street, would ask American citizens those questions, and it was funny to see how many people did not know the answers to those questions in the country that they live in. So in closing, I have probably spoken too long. I want to give you sincere congratulations to the applicants who have gone through the naturalization process and are now citizens of the United States. To become a citizen of the United States once you're naturalized, you have the right to obtain a passport, a United States passport, so you can travel wherever you want to travel in the world. You have the right to apply for federal government jobs because you're now a citizen of the United States. When you become a citizen, if you have petitioned for a family member, many of them will move up quicker in line to obtain that permanent resident visa to come to the United States because you're a citizen of the United States now. And finally, you have the opportunity to vote in the United States. And I just want to say a word about voting. Particularly in our political climate here in the United States, and we're not unique. This is true around the world, and in most cases, much worse. Here in the United States, we have a democracy, but it requires the involvement of every single citizen of the United States to be involved with their government if we want to continue that democracy. So it's very important that you take your right to vote very seriously, that you register to vote, and that you vote in elections, and that you participate in your local community. That's the way that you truly Americanize and become an American. That's not to say that citizens aren't already Americans. I'm not trying to talk against myself. Thank you very much for your time.
And now, to continue, our next question. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Next slide. So citizens 18 and older, you don't have to pay to vote. Any citizen can vote, men or women. A male citizen of any race can vote. So a young woman casting her ballot in the 1964 presidential election. Next slide, please. We have one more. What did Susan B. Anthony do? Next slide, please. Fought for women's rights. Fought for civil rights. So with that question, I would like to now introduce our next speaker, the co-president of the League of Women Voters of Southeastern Connecticut, Dr. Kimberly Blake.
Good evening. You know, Susan B. Anthony did vote, but she wasn't allowed to vote. She was fined, and she never paid the fine. And someplace along the line, somebody wanted to pardon her. Her heirs wouldn't even allow the pardon to happen. They wanted that to go down in history. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach this. I'm going to stand on my tippy toes.
Use this one as well. Yep.
Or this.
Yep. There we go.
So, I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do. That's a quote from Edward Everett Hale. So, my name is Kim Blake, and I do represent the League of Women Voters, an organization that started as a group of women who worked and fought to obtain the right for women to vote. And it's been just 100 years, now 102 years, since that was true. Now the women and men in this organization, and I'm going to point out my husband, who is a member of the League of Women Voters. He helps carry things, but he does other stuff too. He's a great member of the League. Work to educate citizens about issues and help everyone to vote. I joined the League of Women Voters just after I retired from my college professor job. I wasn't going to do anything right away. People said, wait a year. I said, no, people are not voting, and we need to make that happen. People need to vote. I've talked to people who've lived in other countries where voting was required. People were fined if they didn't vote. And I think that's something we should have here, frankly. And Election Day was a national holiday. Again, something I think should happen here. Those things are not true here. So we have to make that special effort to vote. Now, there's going to be a referendum on the ballot this November that may help some of that. How many of you new citizens know what their referendum is going to be? Oh boy. How many of you current citizens know what that referendum is going to be? We have more education to do, I guess. So I see a hand back there, and I know that that's kind of a plan. Early voting. We are one of 4 states that don't allow early voting. 4 states. Come on. And we're the Constitution state. Seems a little odd. We can do a lot more. We can and we must vote. We can also let our representatives know what issues are important to us. We can contact our mayors about issues like streets that need sidewalks on them. We can tell our state representatives that we support laws that protect women from abuse, or tell them how we feel about other issues. We can tell our senators and representatives in Washington to pass laws that we support. Now, the League of Women Voters calls itself political but not partisan. So we don't support a particular party as a group, but we do have positions that we support. I hope you will call, write, let your representatives know what issues are important to you, but most of all, register and vote. You are only one, but still you are one. You cannot do everything, but still you can do something. And because you cannot do everything, please do not refuse to do the something that you can do. The League of Women Voters welcomes you as citizens. Congratulations, and please register and vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, our next question. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? Next slide, please. So you defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States. So, and now to the next question. I would like to introduce Angela Flores Penilla, is a representative from the Immigration Advocacy and Support Center.
Hi, good evening. Like you, I am also an immigrant from Colombia. I have left behind my family, friends, and career to have an opportunity in this country, which has opened many doors for me, and a year ago, I became a U.S. citizen. With the great help of adult education and Jennifer Smith, I prepared for my interview like you, and I learned a lot about my new country. When I took my oath of allegiance at my ceremony, I feel so happy to be part of this great nation. For more than 4 years, I have witnessed many stories like mine by working at the Immigration Advocacy and Support Center. We have helped bring together many families like yours and mine who have sought a new opportunity here. Last year, we completed 150 cases of new application for citizenship, the renewals of the green cards, application to bring family members, and application for marriage too. We are an organization with affordable rates for all, and we have an attorney, Joseph Marino, who guides clients to make better decisions on their immigration status. Congratulations to all for the new citizens. Be proud of how far you have come. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to introduce our citizenship teacher, Jennifer Smith.
In 2014, Barack Obama spoke to the nation about immigration. In his speech, he said, "Scripture tells us that we shall not oppress a stranger, for we know the heart of a stranger. We were strangers once too. My fellow Americans, we are now and always will be a nation of immigrants. We were strangers too. We were strangers too. But 2 hours a week, Thursday after Thursday, month after month, year after year, You came to prepare for your own success. You studied history, government, vocabulary. You practiced pronunciation, legislature. And in time, I got to know so much about you. By trusting me with the intimate details of your N400 applications for naturalization, you have shared the details of your lives with me. Your marriages, your divorces, immigration difficulties, health challenges, your social security numbers, financial worries, old jobs, and new and better jobs. People here tonight and throughout southeastern Connecticut respect and appreciate you for the important contributions you make to our community. We thank you for caring for your families, for caring for our school children, caring for our seniors, supervising coworkers at factories, fixing computers, serving customers, owning your own small businesses, and continuing your educations. Thank you for sharing so many personal details of your lives, for sharing your hearts. It's a great privilege to work with you, to support you, and rejoice in your success. We are not strangers. We are neighbors. We are Americans. And now, 2 more questions. For the audience, this should be easy. We already had this one earlier tonight. Anyone from the audience? Chris Murphy is another good answer. We're going to repeat Richard Blumenthal. And one more from the audience. Joe Courtney is the answer. So Senator Blumenthal and Representative Courtney are both working in Washington, D.C. right now. So they are not able to be with us. But both have sent congressional citations to each of our newly naturalized citizens. So honorees, in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to stand individually when I call your name. Pause in front of the screen so we can get a nice photo of you, and then pass through the line of our dignitaries so that you can be greeted by them. The last 2 people in line, the Board of Education President Elaine Maynard Adams and President of the City Council Efrain Dominguez will be passing, you stand behind and pass forward. They will be passing your certificates from Senator Blumenthal and Representative Courtney to you. Are you ready? Julia Gonzalez. Julia's coming. Pass 1. There's the camera. The camera. Come. Patrick Francois. Isa Abutin. Genesis de Leon. Genesis is not able to be with us tonight. Marie Montrose. Maria Oksema. The next couple, married couple, Rosalba and Carlos Martinez, are making, hold on a second. You might take notice that these two people are not those two people. These are Carlos and Rosalba's son and daughter-in-law. They're here to represent them while Carlos and Rosalba enjoy the full benefit of their American passports traveling in Colombia to visit family. Rosa Iris Abreu Sepulveda. Psst, I probably pulled them. Blandine Arzuma Kapna Lawson. They're probably in the school. Gloria Menacho Alba. Jesly Palo. Domingo Wilson has relocated to California and is living her good life there. Magda Morales is working hard at her job on Friday night, taking care of customers, and was not able to join us. Jamie Angelina Mendez Peña. Aina Izarek Ahmed Zakaria. I would like to call Aina's mother, Amna Azreg, who will be taking her oath ceremony in October. Fabio Pizzolo. Carmen Osorio is also enjoying her U.S. passport and are not able to join us tonight. Catherine Salcedo is taking care of her son who's home with COVID. Maybelline Suarzo. Patty Fabian. And last but not least, Ana Maria Sanchez Jimenez.
Thank you, Jennifer. Everyone can be seated. At this time, I would personally like to say thank you to the staff of New London Adult and Continuing Education. I've been honored and privileged to work alongside a very special staff. I'd like to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for your support and dedication to our students and school. Your kindness, positivity, and hard work are very much appreciated, and your commitment to our students' success makes these moments possible. Thank you for all you do every day. And of course, a special shout out to our citizenship teacher, Jennifer Smith. Jennifer gets to really know these newly recognized citizens, and it's really a special moment. As she was practicing, she got choked up about every single time, except for the time she just delivered. So thank you, Jennifer. To our 25 newly naturalized citizens of the United States of America, tonight we celebrated you and your accomplishments. A ceremony is always a special occasion. It's a moment to cherish and a time to celebrate an important milestone. We are very proud of you and your accomplishments. Congratulations. And I just want to say, following the ceremony, we ask everyone to join us in the lobby area for a small reception and refreshments. Thank you all for sharing this lovely evening with us. Be well, and good night.
Citizens, we're going to have a group photo.